Good morning and welcome to JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapita CBD. The show is coming to you live from digital address GA0992539 Kukamemle Accra. We're on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. Our WhatsApp number is 055-815-7074. And on Facebook and Twitter, we are Joy News on TV. Now, government started what it calls a pro-poor intervention to help Ghanaian students through their education. It was called Free SHS. It was met with stiff opposition, especially from some civil society organizations and educationists who thought and still think the policy is being rushed. Now, before the dust settles on this, we were hit with another policy, the double track system. And as usual, the critics have been tagged anti-government, anti-development. Well, let's start with the Minister of State in charge of tertiary education, Professor Kwesi Yanka, on this matter.
This policy is in no way a signal that the free SHS policy is in tatters. No. Or has been suddenly put in reverse gear. No. Just as the free SHS policy in its first year enabled 90,000 extra students to go to high school, the double track policy is meant to rescue some 180,000 students whose educational future could be curtailed or jeopardized. Government is simply saying these boys and girls are stranded. Let's be creative and rescue these kids at a critical part of their lives. Let's be compassionate, or else posterity will never forgive us. Instead of using classrooms for only parts of the year, why don't we optimize the use of space by teaching the first batch? And while the classrooms and other facilities lie idle, another batch comes in to use it. It simply says, let's not waste unutilized space while kids are stranded.
Now, let's listen to former Vice-Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Prof. Ivan Adey-Mensah, who said that critics of the policy are being tagged.
If you look at it critically, it looks as if it is one of the few options left. Time is short. Come September, schools are beginning. But it has its possible consequences, if I may say so. At the moment, already with the 3 years and the current contact hours that people have, we are complaining at the university level that when they come, they are ill-prepared. And even at the examination level, just about 10 to 12% of those who take the SHS exam are going into the universities. If you stretch it to all the other senior high schools, I don't think it comes to more than 20–25%. So a whole lot of other people also are being left out of tertiary education, all because we don't have other avenues for them to go into. Now, starting this shift system, yes, it's going to open avenues for more people to be absorbed. But is it not going to mean people going in and just cram, go and do the exam without having enough time to sit down and assimilate? People are saying that they will have enough time to assimilate.
Yeah.
No.
So there will be more contact hours.
There will be more contact hours. Contact hours means that you're going to sit in the classroom with them. But contact hours alone is not enough.
That was Professor Ivan Adey-Mensah. Now, we'll hear from the President of the Republic of Ghana. But before then, here's the current Deputy Education Minister in charge of basic and secondary education, Dr. Yao Osei Adutrum.
You have a school of 3,000. Seniors or the final year, 1,000. Second year, 1,000. The third year, 1,000. That is the current enrollment, 3,000. We are able to increase it to 3,500. And at the same time, make sure that at any point in time, you don't have more than 2,700 students, 270 students in school. So the 750 is the magic number. That is why with the 1,500 from one student, you divide them into two, 750 each. The first group, that will be what we call track 1 or track A, will begin school with Form 2, Form 3, and themselves, of course. So at that time, you only have 2,750. And the question will be, what is happening to the other half? Which is a legitimate question to ask. Now, the other half will have a front-loaded vacation. So even though they have not started, their vacation is front-loaded.
So they
have
already,
2 months.
So
they
go
for orientation.
Vacation.
Yes.
Okay.
They go for the orientation, get their prospectus, and they have 2 months to prepare to go to school. So in a way, you have front-loaded their vacation. This is because we are starting. When they do the cycle and they go to Form 2 and Form 3, you won't see it as front-loaded because it will have come at the end of the academic year, and then they get their vacation.
Deputy Education Minister there. Now, despite heavy criticism, President Akufo-Addo says double track is here to stay. He said the objectives of the double track system are to create room to accommodate the increase in enrollment.
The objectives of the double track system are to create room to accommodate the increase in enrollment. Furthermore, it will reduce class sizes. It will increase the contact hours between teachers and students and increase the number of holidays. All this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be achieved with the existing infrastructure. Far from it being a new intervention that is being experimented in Ghana, it is noteworthy that it has been implemented elsewhere and found to be successful in countries as diverse as the United States of America, Australia, Kenya, and Japan. I am confident that the end result of the system will lead to an increase in quality of our SHS structure. Free SHS has come to stay.
Free SHS has come to stay. Now, we went to the streets of Accra to find out what are your thoughts on double track.
Not really. This morning I heard on radio that there's going to be 3 months off and then 3 months in. And then to me, I don't think it would help because let's say I have my friends with me and then I'm going for 3 months and then they are staying home. At the end of the day, they're going to be lazy. You see, there is social media, and most of them will be on social media, Instagram, Snapchatting, and all that, which wouldn't help. So this is the case. I come to school for 3 months, and then I go for vacation. I'll be at home, and then my other friends will be in school. To me, it doesn't make sense.
The double track system, I think it will help in a bit because as there are more students coming in, our schools are accumulating more students, and therefore to put more pressure on the school system, its teachers, most of its infrastructure. But I think it's a good idea.
For me, I think it's a good initiative because looking at the past years, students do not get ample time to do their personal studies. But here is the case, we get a long vac, which is more than a month. So with this month, we can venture into other fields apart from the class, and we will be able to do the practical aspect of the theory we get in class.
They will not be consistent at school. 3 months at home, 3 months before they go to the school. When they are at home, the parents, what will I do to them? Will I come back home and take care of them, or what do I do? You see, so personally, I am not against anything, but I'm thinking of how it will affect their educational quality.
If we have enough infrastructure, all this thing wouldn't happen. So to me, government should find money somewhere to, improve our infrastructure deficit so that they will all go once. We have Easter holidays, we have Christmas holidays. So who is going first and second? What about the holiday that we normally have? So to me, it will bring problem to our educational sector.
They all have to go to school. They don't have to stay at home at all.
All right, so we've heard from the former Vice-Chancellor of the University of Ghana, who has said the critics of the policy are being tagged. We also heard from the Minister of State in charge of tertiary education, Professor Kwesi Yankah, on that same matter. And we also heard from President himself, who said free SHS is here to stay. But let's see what you guys are saying on Facebook. Let's go to Kobe Bright GH, who says, when will Ghanaians think, God bless you, Mr. President, this initiative will reduce poverty, there won't be any vacation. So the market woman who sells in the various SHS will now operate 24/7. Those who supply the school with foodstuffs will now supply more, an increase in supply. Think deep and stop politics. Let's see if we can get more of your Facebook comments on that matter. Double track. President Akufo-Addo says it's here to stay. Isaac Apia says, then why not build more infrastructure, Mr. President? So he's asking the question. He got 5 replies there. But Destiny says, well done, Nana. At least 50 out of 70% illiterates also will get basic education. Now, that's all you need to know about the new Mary deal. Before we take it, it's been trending on Twitter. Let me take some of your WhatsApp messages. This one is from Valanya Nakotea, who says, this government must listen to opinions from intellectuals. Why this rush to introduce this so-called double-track system? To me, this is bogus decision so far. And this one is from Prince in Cape Town, who says, I think the double-track system, if implemented, will cause a lot of pressure on the existing school infrastructure. Like I was saying earlier, the Mary deal has been trending on Twitter. Let's see what you guys have been saying about that. Let's see if we can try and get Twitter before we head to Facebook. And keep your comments coming on Facebook and Twitter. It's JoyNews on TV. And also, okay, now we've got our Twitter. A Mary deal was trending. Let's go to Daniel Danzi, who says, I don't think these government promised has what they said. Okay, so to protect the public purse, but rather disperse the public purse. A Mary deal under JDM was the best. So John Dramani Mahama. All right, let's go to Kwaku, who says, a Mary deal part 6, who says, government claimed it has no cash to pay a Mary deal, explaining why the nominated deal is the Mary power freely used. Let's go to @twin_senior, who says, seems only the finance minister sees the good in this new Mary deal. And this one is from @judge_gang, who says, Ghana government's new Mary arrangement from $510 million to $1.3 billion, they burst minds. And this one is from @Enoch_A_Ado, who says, the new Mary deal, they boast my mind, waiting for anyone who can justify why we should not simply finish the deal and own the plants. And this one is from @Abdul Manan, who says, this agreement with a Mary will burden this country. At Kwame Berry says, so basically, why does the NPP not involve all these stakeholders on this Ameri deal? Explain to the real situation on the ground, because I see something fishy. Now, still on the Ameri deal, the Energy Ministry says government is not interested in operating a thermal plant. We posted that on Facebook. Let's see what you guys have been saying. Oga says, is this Nkrumah's Ghana? So he's asking the question, is this Nkrumah's Ghana? And I think that's a question on a lot of people's minds. But Peter says the parliamentarians must reject this nonsense. It's too bad. At Amoni says such documents of done contracts should be a public document because communicators of politics in Ghana are mostly misleading. You muddy the issue and explain to suit yourselves. And Oga says, while he was asking the question, is this Nkrumah's Ghana? Before we take a quick breather, I'm going to take some of your WhatsApp messages. This one says, is Nana sure he's gathering future leaders? And this one says, I think this double-track system will affect quality. Did the ministry consider co-curricular activities like sports, culture, etc.? And then this one says, okay, we campaigned on free SHS for all, and he's giving us free SHS, and he's putting money in the pockets of peoples and double-track system on free SHS. We'll continue to defend this new system because it's the surest way to ensure that no qualified child is left behind or left uneducated. All right, this one comes from Kopla, who says, why double-track? This government is just experimenting with our lives. I see the WhatsApp messages are coming through. Really appreciated. At Shugari A. Kadi says, the double-track system is not good for our progress as a nation. And Valanya Akatia says, Ameri deal question mark. I'll take your WhatsApp messages when I come back after this short breather. You're still watching JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapita Slibidi. Earlier, before we took the breather, we were talking about free SHS and double track. We heard from the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, who has said that critics of the policy are being tagged. We also heard from the Minister of State in charge of tertiary education, Professor Kwesi Yanka, on that matter. Also from the Deputy Education Minister in charge of basic and secondary education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. And we also heard from President Akufo-Addo, who says free SHS is here to stay. We also spoke about the Ameri deal. People are not happy about this, and it was trending on Twitter. So before we move on to population, let me take some of your WhatsApp messages. This one says, Ameri deal looks vile. Nana. And this one is from Patrick Aqua, who says, it is a wonderful development for Ghana. And then this one says, okay, watching from Gambia, we greet you. In Gambia, you didn't leave your name there. But this one says, the new Ameri deal is a good one by Nana Addo and NPP. So NDC lies and propaganda on it won't work. All right, more of your WhatsApp messages coming through. Valanya Katia asked the question, Ameri deal. Now, if you remember earlier this year, the National Population Council was saying that Ghanaian couples must have just two children. But that was on Facebook. You can go to our Facebook page. But you know, on Mondays, Monday motivation trends. But on Tuesday thoughts trend. Let's see what you guys have been saying about that. All right, we'll be trying to get those WhatsApp messages, those Twitter messages right now, about now. It's coming, hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Okay, we've got it. At business_motive says, be proud of your progress and keep taking steps forward, no matter how small. You'll eventually reach your full potential and you'll look back on days you thought you'd never make it. And you'll smile and be proud that you never gave up on yourself. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Never, ever, ever give up on yourselves. Every morning when you wake up, to be like, you know what? I'm the best in everything that I do. Look at yourself in the mirror, motivate yourself. But let's go to @ST, who says, silence and smiles are two powerful tools. And that's why I always start the show with a very, very bright smile. And smiles are the way to solve many problems, and silence is the way to avoid many problems. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Let's see if we can get more on that. Atswama says, time is the best healer. Like a river, it flows and washes away one's pain. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. This one is from @Emmanuel Osei, who says, our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in getting up every time we do. As they say that fall down 7 times, but rise up 8 times. So never ever give up. Let's see if we can get more tweets on that. @Fling Ping, who says, February 2nd, 2022, 2/22 falls on a Tuesday, and we can call it Tuesday. If you know, you know. Tuesday, you get it. If you don't get it, please, you can just sleep. Right, it's okay. But this one says, good morning, friends. Just as the butterfly emerges from its cocoon, so a new day dawns, the darkness subsides, and life is beautiful again. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And this one is from @Nkolisi Mabaso 78, who says, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish it, because you can accomplish anything and everything, because dreamers and believers are doers. So if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish it. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Now let's go to our trending video of the day.
You help me see when I've been blind. Even when I'm feeling paralyzed, yeah. You help me see so I can find happiness on a rainy day. One man, if you want something for your body, that's every brother so good. But give me something for somebody. So we need to cry out your brother in every way. Get it, for me, why? Me, my boy. Get it for me, why? Get it for me, why? Oh, me, now, let's see my touch here for me. I run here. Get it for me, why? Oh, me, now, let's see me here for me. Get it for me, why? Oh, me, now, let's see me here for me.
So that's our trending video of the day. We posted it on Facebook. We'd like to get your comments on that. Remember to send us a WhatsApp message on 0558157074. I'm really sorry if I couldn't read your messages. We'll try read them again tomorrow. Do keep on sending them. But from the JoyNews Interactive team and me, Mapito CBD, we say stay blessed.